May Leaders Insight series organized by the Kerala Management Association. To begin this evening's program, may I request everyone to kindly rise for a silent prayer. Thank you. Please be seated.
It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Anil Joseph, Chair Program Committee, KMA, to deliver the welcome address and introduce our distinguished speaker for the evening. Sir, may I request you kindly address the gathering?
Yeah. Good evening, all. Happy Onam in advance. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to today's KMA Leader Insight session organized by the Kerala Management Association. I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished speaker, Shri Dipin P.R, IFS, Regional Passport Officer and Head of Office, Regional Passport Office, Cochin. Welcome, sir. Our President, Mr. Algiers Khalid, our Honorary Secretary, Lega Balayendran, members of the Managing Committee, past Presidents of Kerala Management Association, distinguished guests, and all participants joining in this evening. Today's theme, Connecting India to the World, the three T's, trade, tourism, and technology, is highly relevant in an increasingly interconnected world where trade, tourism, and technology are driving India's growing global presence. Beyond economics and technological strength, the global connection also depends on effective institutions, diplomacy, and the seamless movement of the people. There is a beautiful thought attributed by Rabindranath Tagore. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. This aptly captures the spirits of today's theme. To connect with the world, we must move beyond our shores, engage with other nations, understand different cultures, and build meaningful partnerships. Our speaker this evening has in many ways lived this journey. It is now my privilege to introduce Shri Dipin P.R. IFS. Shri Dipin P.R. is a 2017 batch Indian Foreign Service Officer and currently serves as RPO and Head of the Office Regional Passport Office Cochin, and is having assumed charge on 21st October 2025. He is hailing from Kalamacheri, Ernakulam, and he has held several important diplomatic assignments, including Under Secretary in the Indo-Pacific Division of the Ministry of External Affairs, Consul General of India in Sri Lanka, and assignments at the High Commission of India in Colombo, as well as the Americans and Diaspora Engagement Division of the Ministry of External Affairs. What makes his career particularly interesting is that before joining the civil service, he worked in the Merchant Navy as a marine engineer. A journey from navigating the seas to representing India abroad and now facilitating the international mobility of Indian citizens, perfectly reflecting our theme of connecting India with the world. In his present role, he oversees an institution that plays a vital part in the enabling international travel for education, employment, tourism, and business. It is particularly noteworthy that the regional passport office Cochin was adjudged the best passport office in India for the 25-26 under the Passport Seva Puraskar, with the award presented to Shri Dipin by the Honorable External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on 19 June 2026. Let's put our class hands for the same. This national recognition reflects the office's excellence in service delivery, processing efficiency, grievance redressal, and productivity, and is a matter of great pride for Kochi and Kerala. Shri Dipin bring to today's session a unique blend of diplomatic experience, international exposure, and administrative leadership, offering valuable perspective on India's engagement with the world and the role of trade, tourism, and technology in shaping that relationship. At KMA, we believe that such interactions enrich leadership through the exchange of ideas, and I am confident that Sri Dipin's experience will make today's session insightful and inspiring. Shri Dipin, we are delighted to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a very warm welcome to Shri Dipin P.R. IFS.
Thank you, Dr. Anil Joseph, for the warm welcome and the introduction.
We now move on to the presidential address. It's my privilege to invite Mr. Algiers Khalid, President, Kerala Management Association, to address the gathering. So we look forward to your valuable words and perspectives.
Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Dipin P.R. IFS, Regional Passport Officer, and Head of Office, Regional Passport Office, Cochin. Program Committee Chair and Vice President, Dr. Anil Joseph, Honorary Secretary, Lekha Balajendran. I can see a few Managing Committee members, friends in KMA. Good evening and happy Onam to everyone. It was about 40 years back in 1988 when I first went to the passport office. When my company asked me to take a passport to go to Sri Lanka as in charge for Southeast Asia. So I went to the passport office in Panambali Nagar, and it was so crowded, so busy, bustling with so many people, and you had to stand in the queue. I still remember those days. And every time, since I was in the international sales, my passport used to get filled up very fast, and the passport office used to give slips. It was not extra booklets. It was a long sheet of paper attached to your passport. So each time for that, I had to come to passport office. And I was working in Bombay, and because my passport was issued from Cochin, I used to come from there. And then when I moved my location to Dubai, they renewed my passport there. So when I came back here in Cochin, I had to again get a renewal. For that, it had to go to Dubai, get the clearance and all those things. I had gone through all that thing in passport office. And recently, I had the pleasure of going to Mr. Dipin's office. What a fantastic change. What a transformation. It looked like a corporate office. Air-conditioned, very, very good reception, and waiting area, and fantastic. I think we have come a long way, baby. I remember the Marlboro Lights advertisement several years back saying that we have come a long way. Yeah, indeed. And I remember during my job in the international sales, whenever I used to travel to a new country, I still remember when I went to Tunisia, I didn't have any idea about the country. What is a trade? What is a business? What's a customs regulation? And then we had to go to the Ernst & Young office or Pete Mavick KPMG office and ask them data. And they used to charge per hour how much you have to, whatever you ask. And today, the passport office is coming all the way to your office to come and tell about trade, tourism, and technology. What a change in the approach of our government. We must really appreciate the government. We are very lucky to have Mr. Dipin. I just wanted to bring to your attention some important data. You know, there are only 1,058 diplomats in the entire country of 140 crore population. And Mr. Dipin is one among the 100,000 people of diplomats in the country. So it's a very great honor. IFS is the most sought after career in any service. In civil servant, everybody aspire to be a IFS officer. And there are hardly 10 or 20 people who get selected. We only see the police officer, IPS officer, and IAS officers. We very rarely get opportunity to see IFS officers because most of the time they are posted in embassies or consulate in different parts of the world. And I want to tell you that he is from the same batch as our collector, and he has got more rank than collector. That is why he became IFS officer. Something wrong. IFS rank is more preferred. Sorry for that color. But they are from the same batch. So what I wanted to say is we are really honored to have Mr. Dipin here in this occasion and to tell us about the trade, tourism, and technology. How the passport office is going to help the trade, tourism, and technology. That's what we are going to listen to him. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great speaker today. I am sorry today is a Onam weekend, so the crowd is. Gave me a little more shiver when it started raining in the afternoon. But thank you all for coming, in spite of the rain, in spite of the Onam holidays, and in spite of the Sadhya. Thank you all for coming, and let us wait for a great speech from our chief guest today. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful address.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the highlight of today's program, the keynote address on the theme, Connecting India to the World, the 3 Ts, Trade, Tourism and Technology. It's our privilege to have with us Mr. Dipin P.R., IFS Regional Passport Officer and Head of Office, Regional Passport Office, Cochin. His experience in public administration and international engagement will certainly bring valuable perspectives to today's discussion on India's growing global connections. Sir, we are honored to have you with us. May I request Mr. Dipin P.R. IFS to deliver the keynote address.
Good evening, all. It's a pleasure and privilege for me to be here. And just to begin with, 1 month back, Mr. Arun Kumar and Aljit sir came and met me, asked me to have a session, and he told me that you can choose any subject. So I asked him, you give me a subject rather than me choosing a subject. But he said, you choose a subject that will match depending upon your experience and your job profile. So I suggested, why don't we choose something that you guys are always engaged. You guys are always engaged in business, trade, travel. So that is the reason why we choose 3 Ts, trade, technology, and tourism. So before going into the core subject, let me thank Ajay sir for boosting me in front of you. But I like to say that Priyanka, who is the district collector here, secured better rank than me. So I just have to clarify it. I don't want to have a confusion here. And she's one of my good friend, and we had a great time during our time in Missouri. Even though it was a very short period, 3 months, we had a great time, and we continue it. And once again, I say thanks to this KMA members for inviting me to this wonderful crowd and give a small session. So I am not here to give a monologue or something. I don't want to be just standing here and give a normal lecture. But I would prefer an interactive section. So my topic that I suggested today was connecting India to the world through 3 Ts, trade, technology, and tourism. So let's start. Beginning, let me ask, how many of you have in the last 1 year, how many of you people have traveled abroad? Okay. How many of you have used UPIs? UPI. During traveling. How many of you ordered something online last week or today? See, irrespective of the age, all the people sitting here have used these technologies. So what is a common thing? You had traveled, you had a trade, and you had technology. But what is the connecting thing here? You had travel, you had technology, you had trade. That means you brought something. It is the keyword connectivity. So I always believe that India's external engagement through three things: trade, tourism, and technology. But I want to look it through the eyes of connectivity. So that's what we are going to discuss. I hope I am audible, right? Yes. Yeah. So three T's we break into: trade, technology, and tourism. Okay. So as I said earlier, this will be an interactive section, and I will keep on engaging you because I know many of you had Onam Sadhya today. Even I had an Onam Sadhya. So after having Palada and all, it's very difficult to concentrate for a long time, I know. So I will make sure that you guys have to answer my questions. Okay, so let me start with this. When we hear trade, what is the normal thing that comes to our mind? I am fully into an interactive section. I am not going to give a monologue. I repeat it. What is trade to you? You guys are business people, travelers. Sir has a yes. Buy and sell. So many people are sitting here. Sorry. Supply and demand. Parties in trade. Exchange of goods and service. Sorry, ma'am. Currency exchange. Whatever you have said was once the definition of the trade. Demand and supply, exchange of good, currency exchange, goods, trade, import, export. But now the situation has completely changed. Now it's about goods, it's about services, it's about investment, it's about supply chain, it's about intellectual property, it's about digital commerce, it's about startups and skills. See, from where we started and where are we? 20 years down the line, maybe 2000 or 90s. I know, I think you were youngsters, maybe my age at the 1991, 92, 93, when our economy was open to during globalization, LPG reforms, everybody knows that. After that, 30 years or 35 years down the line, the normal definition of trade itself has changed. Now it involves investment, it involves startups, it involves supply chain, the keyword supply chain. We understood the importance of a supply chain when we had a war in which we didn't have any role at all. We know the importance of a small chip that is being produced in Taiwan and how difficult it is if there is a bottleneck happening in the supply chain of a chip. You know you won't get cars. I know there will be so many automobile dealers, you won't be able to supply your cars. So the trade has taken a total overall. From mere import and export, it has moved into a bigger, larger context. So what is the advantage of India being a trading nation? Can somebody list what are the advantages of India being a trading nation? No, my question is, we are a trading nation, but we have some strength. What are our strengths in this globalized world? Demographic advantages. People, what is actually, please. Long sea coast. Demographic dividend. That means we have a lot of people. What is that actually? It's a market. It's a market. So, second, somebody said demographic dividend, right? So this demographic dividend, what does it produce? Youngsters. They bring opportunities. They bring talent. Workforce. Talented workforce. Then another most important, sir, somebody said coastal line, the geographical advantage of India. To the west, we have Middle East, Africa. To the right, we have a expanding Indo-Pacific. So that is the advantage of India. Has somebody thought Has anybody heard about ODOP project of Government of India? Anyone? ODOP? Can somebody just brief for others? ODOP. One district, one product, one product. I think you might have heard it. So this is the basic scheme of Government of India, wherein which we are promoting a product manufactured in a district in India and making it global. So earlier when we used to say that globalization, we always think about big cities, big things. Now it's not that. It's not like that. A small product made in India, made in a district in Kerala, is getting globalized. But what is the connecting point? We started with 3 T's. We are explaining about trade, technology, and tourism. But initially I said the connecting word, connectivity. So we are doing trade, but can we do trade without proper connectivity? We said we started in a position that we are able to produce something in Kerala, in a district in Kerala, and make it global. But can we do it without connectivity? So there is the importance of connectivity in respect of trade. Okay. Now, when it comes to the second T, what is the second T? Technology. So how does technology help us in trade and other stuffs? Can anybody tell me? So actually what is help? How, I mean, through technology, what is actually happening to trade? It enhances it. It enhances, and I could say that it is a force that makes the movement faster, trade faster, smarter, and cheaper. As I said, I repeat the same question. You might have used UPI today. 10 years before, if somebody had told us that, I mean, somebody and so many people have asked that how can you go with a mobile and purchase a 10 glass rupees tea from a street vendor? This was something that when many people asked when this UPI was announced. It was considered as it's not possible in a country like India. Now, I think it's very difficult for us to live without UPI. They use more than now. Certain people use cash, but they are the ones who use UPS because it makes life easier. No need to worry about changes. No need to worry about them. Everything is properly. It has its own advantages and disadvantages, but life and trade has definitely become more easier when compared to last 10 years or the years before that. So now we have discussed about trade, technology, and what is the final T? Tourism. How many of you are tourism operators or who are linked to, madam, just to make it live, can you tell me how tourism affects an economy, or what are the positive effects of tourism to an economy? Country. Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Big employer. So basic, as ma'am said, they are bringing in money. As ma'am said, it is a job opportunities. So it is another economic activity. It's just not a leisure travel. It is totally a movement. I mean, I would suggest that tourism is like an economic activity in movement. Wherever the tourists go, whether it is when we move as well as when the foreigners move, or when there is domestic tourism. When there is movement of people, there is movement of economy. You go to Munnar, you go to see Neelakurinji, you go to a tea shop, they get income. You travel in a car, the driver gets income. you take petrol, the local petrol station get. So it's an economy that is moving, a small economy big within a big circle. So that is the importance of tourism. So India has an extraordinary tourism proposition. I'm sorry to ask you again, what are the qualities that India have to project to the foreign countries? What all things we display? Sorry, ma'am? Nature, green.
Then at the current, if you notice, if you actually walk into Fort Cochin or anywhere around, you will see a lot of foreigners today. You will see a lot of Arabs also. I don't know if all of us have noticed. It's probably because of the decrease in our economic amount. If you see for foreigners, especially people coming from US, it's peanuts for them to explore India. So we have a lot
But
of
you
tourism.
said Arabs, Jews, everything. What is actually we are putting up? That is the word.
Yes. And also health tourism is on. You have a lot of
Yes.
people exploring medical tourism. in
Medical
India.
tourism,
Yeah. Especially Cochin.
diversity. So everything, diversity, heritage, spirituality, yoga, nature. Sorry, culture. One more important thing, Ayurveda. One more important thing. I said we are very tired because of that. Good pilgrimage. Food. Who doesn't want to try one more glass of palada today? So, because why I am repeating it, because I had 2 glasses today. Empede has their Onam celebration today. Actually, I am feeling sleepy today. That's why. Okay. So we were discussing tourism. So we discussed trade, we discussed technology, we discussed tourism. Now, let us bring this into the Kerala environment, trade, technology, and we are sitting here in Kochi. We historically has been connected to the entire world from the very beginning. Spice trade, everything. So for us, trade means it is spices, seafood, coir, local products, services, and a knowledge sector. Yes, knowledge sector. Then we have technology. What are our things in technology? What is in Kerala prominent in technology? IT. IT. Ma'am gave about medical tourism, health sector, health technology, digital services, startups. Coming to tourism, we discussed. We have Ayurveda, nature, culture, wellness, and medical tourism. And now all the 3 T's are complete. Think that these 3 T's are there, but we don't have connectivity. What will happen? Nothing works. Nothing works. You have good trade, you have every substance, you have a buyer, you have a good product, you have a buyer to buy it, you have somebody to take it at a very big price, and you have a port also to export it. But what if there is no connectivity? So all these 3 things need proper connectivity. So I would say that without connectivity, the 3 T's can't function properly. It should be a linked one. It should not work in silos. For trade, technology, and tourism to thrive, we need proper connectivity. We need infrastructure. We need ports, airports, roads, railways, and digital networks. Now, since I am an IFS officer who represent India, I just want to convey you how we promote trade, tourism, and technology in a foreign country. So many of the people believe that diplomacy is kind of about political meetings, gatherings, information sharing. No. The major pillar of our foreign policy currently is economic engagement. It's pure economic engagement. Today, diplomacy means creating more opportunities. An ambassador or a diplomat is just not merely representing India. He or she, in many ways, is actually connecting India to the globalized world. So, how we connect these three T's with the globalized world for India? So, for trade, when it comes to trade, we facilitate business to business partnership. We arrange buyer-seller meets. I am rather lucky to have, forgot his name, Admiral Muralidharan sir, who has served as naval attaché in Moscow when I was doing my 10th and 12th. So he might know how does we as diplomats arrange trade deals. We arrange buyer-seller meets. We attract foreign investments, supporting our MSMEs like this ODOP. Why I was more vocal about ODOP was that we were promoting our district products in various countries. We had different pavilions. We put up, brought materials from each districts from India through MEA, displayed it. This way we were able to showcase our talent, culture, everything to the public. So this is how we, as a diplomat, engage trade for our country in outside world. Then coming to tourism, showcasing India's heritage, culture and destination. We promote Ayurveda. I know many of the people, how many people celebrate Yoga Day here in India, who all are sitting here? See, one or two. But in India, outside India, we celebrate it in a very large scale. We arrange, I think, when I was Consul General in Hambantota, Yoga Day starts 2 weeks before. We start at different venues and culminate at a major venue with a huge participation from the local crowd. That is the street. So this is done on a massive scale at every places. So this is how we facilitate tourism and organizing roadshows and other cultural programs, and also encourage international visitors to experience India. Now the third T, we spoke about trade and tourism. The third T, technology. How as a diplomat we promote technology. We promote it through Indian technology by connecting startups, investors, and by creating new innovation ecosystems. So we have discussed all the three T's. We have brought into Kerala. We saw how it is functioning. Now, after hearing this, can anybody tell me whether these individual things can exist in silos currently in this global environment? No. So what is actually then connectivity? We discussed three T's, we discussed connectivity. So what is connectivity? You can give your own opinions. It's a network. Okay. That is the thing. That is the word. It's a glue, or it is a thread. It is a thread. It is a thread that link trade, technology, and tourism. So, finally the question arises, can India become a global hub? We have trade, we have technology, we have tourism, and we have infrastructure. But what India requires is, to me, I'm telling from my point of view, there might be other views, but what I'm putting here is my point of view. We should have an ecosystem combining infrastructure, technology, talent, policy, connectivity, and above all, trust. This is where we all get involved. Government can create an environment with good policies. People like you create value, you create business. People like you, entrepreneurs like you, create employment. People like you bring skill and talent, youngsters, and innovation as well. So everything is linked. Until and unless we have an ecosystem combining all these three, I think in this modern world it will be difficult. So for that, for India to become a global hub, I always believe that India needs a strong economic ecosystem. So when many of you are exporters, right? Or business people. So when you export an item, what is the thing that you exactly look for? Can any exporter tell me if somebody is exporting some product or somebody is making some product? What is the first thing that you think? I mean, or what is the first target that you keep? That my product is this, it should reach. Sorry? No, Ketla, madam. Buyer. Quality. Sorry, sir? അത് നമുക്കൊരു വേറെ രീതിയിൽ പുട്ടപ്പ് ചെയ്താൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് പറയും? നമ്മളൊരു പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കും, മാർക്കറ്റ്. സോ നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും എന്താ ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്? ഹൗ ബിഗ് ഈസ് മൈ മാർക്കറ്റ്? അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും ചിന്താഗതി. അതായത് ഞാനൊരു പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോൾ, ഒരു പെൻസിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോൾ എത്രത്തോളം ജനങ്ങളിലോട്ട് എത്തിക്കാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്താണ് എൻ്റെ മാർക്കറ്റ്. പക്ഷേ ഞാനത് വേറെ രീതിയിൽ എടുക്കുകയാണ്. ഐ ആം സെയിങ് ദാറ്റ് where can my product or service go tomorrow? ഇപ്പോൾ ഉള്ള മാർക്കറ്റ് അല്ല, നാളെ ഇതെവിടെ എത്തിപ്പെടാം. That is what I am looking for. So as a business entrepreneur, you should always ask, where can your product or service go tomorrow? So I think we have discussed all the threes. So I'm just coming to the conclusion. I just like to conclude with these lines. Trade creates economic opportunity. Technology creates the ability to scale that opportunity. Tourism creates human connections and cultural understandings. The challenge before us is to connect all these strengths. We always say that we strive to become a bigger economy, but the same challenge applies. The best way to become a big global hub, it is all about becoming a better connected economy. Rather than a big economy, we need a better connected economy. And when we connect trade, technology and tourism, we are not merely connecting markets. We are connecting India to the world and the world to India. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
We will now have the question and answer session. I request those who wish to ask a question to kindly raise their hands. When called upon, please introduce yourself briefly and keep your questions concise.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of questions are there on trade, tourism, and technology, and how it's connected. I think we'll restrict the topic discussion on that particular area. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for your wonderful talk. You connected 3 T's with the 4th T, this is the thread. So next time you give this talk, you can make it in 40s. The next observation is that you have made your office one of the best and you got an award for it. And I found from your talk today you are a deep thinker. So my question to you is, if you have made the Chief Minister of Kerala for a day, what are the 3 major changes you will make on the first day? Thank you.
I think we'll restrict the topics discussion to the 3 T's.
Thoughts on Kerala, which is very relevant based on his experience. He could be the Chief Secretary of Kerala.
First of all, thank you for the initial compliment and suggestion. Next time, when I put the same topic, I will make it 4T. The 4th T which connects the remaining other 3 Ts. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The other one, the next question, that is when I become a CM, is just like it reminds me of the movie Mudalvan. I think most of the people might have seen it. What will I do when I become a CM? A very hypothetical question. But in this respect, I think there are many challenges. Of course, there are many challenges. In this respect, trade, technology, and tourism. I will tell from my personal experience. I served in Sri Lanka for almost 5 to 6 years. Sri Lanka is ditto Kerala. It's almost similar to us. But the way in which they promote the tourism sector. We as Keralites have more facilities we are blessed with more nature when compared to Sri Lanka. They have Ayurveda, we have far better Ayurveda. But why many people, that is a question I am asking, always ask. Why many people, including Indians, people from North India travel to Sri Lanka, or many people travel to Sri Lanka, and why they are not coming to Kerala?
So, actually, one change is there because I worked in the hospital medical tourism sector. So, instead of like Kerala, Ayurveda sector. Basically, I'm talking about the Ayurvedic sector. In that particular sector, foreigners are investing, and some of them are aware of those things. Like in UK and USA, they have the most awareness classes is happening. From the Kerala, people are gone from here and there to there, and I think it's like a cheaper one. They were coming here, they were booking, like example like a Kottakkal Ayurveda Shilya. So in there, so many tourism, like tourists, like they were coming as like a medical treatment for their, like that also they are applying. So it's like a just.
No, that's what I'm telling. Are we exploring the entire potential? That is my question.
Like in that package also.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's being done. So his question is that when I became a CM, in respect of tourism, I think that we need to promote a lot. We need to promote a lot to other countries that what we as Keralite can offer. I think that promotion is not happening. That is coming to tourism. Then trade. Of course, we have beautiful ports coming up. We have Vizhinjam, we have Vallarpadam. But you all know what happens in this port. I don't want to explicitly convey regarding these things. If I am made a CM, I will try to resolve those issues without explicitly mentioning that. Then third is technology. Technology, we are far ahead. We are good in IT. But we need to have more investment when we look into the future. Are we ready for AI? AI is already here. But rather than looking for an already existing system, are we projecting or are we doing some research in something futuristic? We are far behind in innovation and R&D. R&D is very less. So we need to pump money into R&D. We always have this, now we are discussing about chip sectors, legacy chips, all these things. Whereas the other countries are looking into 5 nanometer, minute chips. So we should have more R&D. It's not only about chips and it's all about energy. Okay, solar were there, now we have solar. But have you looked after that? But one good initiative that I've seen from our government is this hydrogen related. That is one of the futuristic thing, and we are largely so we want to have those kind of stuffs. So thank you, sir. That is the exact thing. We need to pump more money into R&D when it comes to technology, tourism. I'm just answering, summarizing this. If I was the CM of Kerala, promotion in tourism, larger promotion in tourism, pumping money into R&D in technology sector. Third one, trade. Business development index has to be brought high. Confidence should be there. That will be my priority if I am made CM of Kerala.
Sir, I am Niranjana Arvaria from Sahardaya Institute of Management, Thrissur. I have a question that nowadays the employment opportunities are reducing, like our higher education minister once defined that students are going abroad for the opportunities. So connecting these 3 T's, can you say the employment opportunities, how can it be essential for our how can we prepare for that leverage in this Kerala society, especially here? Unemployment rate is increasing comparatively. So as we are MBA students, now there are many MBA students. So when we get into the market, so how can we improve our skills, quality, innovation skills? Can you say some suggestions for that?
Okay. You want a general or with respect to these 3 T's or general thing? Yeah. So, as I said, tourism, when I say tourism, it's not about leisure activity also, it's about movement. So when you move from here, you are also moving. I mean, there is an economic activity happening. But related to your question, that how we create, that was your, what are the skills that you need to thrive in the current scenario? That's what your question is, right? Yeah, so that doesn't come from just particular policy or something. So I think that requires an entire integrated approach, starting from your educational reforms. I think schools are getting adapted into it. So why I'm saying is that when we were studying, we were given the basics of computer education. I mean, now you guys might be, I think, AI. So I think we are changing. But the problem with us is that we have a huge population. A large number of people are getting graduated. I don't see any problem in people migrating. I mean, if you see, because I always move. Okay. No. See, that's what I'm telling. I was coming to the point. Basically, you are asking about the brain drain and our people are going there, promoting them. But at the same time, we have a huge population. We have to see the truth, if you ask me. On the other side, you see Japan. Stagnant population. Going down, they need resources. So there will be, any point of time, there will be movement of people. And we Keralites, that's in our blood. We are a mobile people. We will move. We can't sit idle. Even if you are given a decent job, you will say that I need more, because that's in our blood. We will move. But there are people, but the current trend is not that interesting, because earlier people used to migrate to other country, job, do the job, come back to Kerala. Now it is a complete migration. Now they are going. I mean, they don't come back. They go to a good country, they do 5 years, they get that, and they settle there. That is something a worrying factor. But with these 3 T's, as I said, we need an economic, total integrated approach. Change in the educational system, economy focusing on these kind of things. I mean, AI related. So when Kerala, I think many people will be remember when the computers came up, there were strikes in Kerala, right? There were strikes in Kerala because they were saying that lose their jobs. No, I'm not against this. Let me just complain. So I'm not against because that's a fear. But we adapted very well, right? We adapted very well. 2005, now we say IT, Kerala. First answer was in technology, it is IT. What if we say no computer at that time? People had fear, but now we say IT. Same thing. This is my point of view. You might have different view, he might have different view. But my point is that like how we adapted during computers, we will adapt through AI. And there will be change in course, change in job profile. It will not, we won't be able to accommodate everyone here. There will be movement. Okay.
Sir, my name is Kuriakos Jus. You mentioned about Sri Lanka. So it is the same, almost same in the case of Bali. Same. Maybe actually you said as Kerala have much more nature than Sri Lanka and Bali. But you as a merchant navy and as a foreign IFS, you would have been travel a lot. So I don't know whether you can comment on government policy regarding the tourism. And Kerala is a state where tourism, when we have much more potential, and the entire financial problem can be, I mean, keep away if you promote the way like these countries do for tourism. So do you think that there is a mindset problem in the society in accepting the tourist? And as you said that computer, the same way, is there I mean, it's not about the government, it is a people like auto drivers, taxi drivers, hotels. Do you see that there is a mindset problem of the society in handling them? Because if the tourists, they came from KSRTC to just Kachiripudi. If he's a tourist, that auto driver will charge you 200 rupees. So that is there everywhere, but still the people of Bali react to a tourist, and the people, I mean the drivers, hotel, all those things. So there is a mindset problem in the society. Do you see that?
No, I completely get your point. You see, what you say is that their entire focus is on tourism. They know that the entire economy is being run through tourism. So I think in many people might have traveled to Kashmir, right? So people there also I have seen this. But what you said, when it comes to Kerala, this is my honest opinion, I don't think so the entire society has that kind of a mindset like Bali. I think that has to be changed if you want to completely explore the potential of our Kerala system. I believe that can be changed provided a proper campaigning. I mean, see, awareness. How does it help us? Because basically it reflects the entire thing. We have seen good and bad being said about our tourism from foreigners. Now YouTube channels you can see. There are many people who say good things about India. There are many people who say bad things about India. See, it can't be the same good and bad exists everywhere. It exists in Sri Lanka, it exists in US, it exists in Australia, it exists in UK, wherever you go. Any tourist places, there will be good and bad. The auto issue will be different, that will be a taxi issue. Pickpocketing, everywhere it is there. Paris, it is random, very, very dangerous. So all these things, it's everywhere. It's not limited to Kerala society. But as you said, we don't have that kind of approach like that. We are driven like what do you say, our economy can be driven, as you said, entire problems can be solved through tourism. We don't have that entire thing towards
We are not
fully dependent on this one. Yeah. So for that could happen provided we have a complete campaigning awareness. Why I'm saying is that in between we had something called sustainable tourism. Sustainable tourism, that was a big hit in Kerala. Like they go to the normal houses, they protect their environment. So that was that had a huge following as well. So similarly, we need a huge campaigning awareness program that, see, this is our strength. Through this, we could solve many issues. If we are able to do that, definitely I think we will be able to come up. But current society, of course, your POV point of view is perfect. But I don't think so, we can't change it. Definitely we can change it. But this is something common everywhere. I don't put the blame on our society. Every society has its own issues. Some try to utilize it in another way, like Paris pickpocketing and other stuff. Somewhere else it is through taxi service, overpayment. Everywhere the tourism is affected. But I don't think so it is the entire tourism sector or the entire people are behind that. Maybe 2% or 3% of the society creates a bad thing. But that doesn't mean that the entire tourism potential has gone down. But of course, through a definite campaigning like God's Own Country, Incredible India. So those things were, when it came up, it was become a huge success. So similar something, if we are promoting tourism with this point of view, engaging everyone, like a partner to it, rather than putting them in silos, engage everyone, starting from a bus driver, starting from a auto driver, if you could engage them, then definitely I think there is a huge scope for that. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah,
I
please.
teach in Indian Maritime University, Kochi.
Yes, sir.
Very nice presentations.
Thank
My
you.
question is very brief. We are living in the world of VUCA, volatile, uncertainty, ambiguous, and complex. In this scenario, how do you tackle the 3 T's, especially Trump's tariff, Hormuz crisis, and of course, Ukraine war? All these things are coming. That's just because if there is a war scenario is there, tourists are very reluctant to come. Because suppose if I want to go to some important places like Iraq, one of the oldest civilizations, I'm very fearful, or Syria for that matter. Then how this tourism in this Ulka world?
It's a challenge.
Yeah, I totally understand your question. We are living in a very volatile world, there's no doubt. But the solution only for this is diversification is the simple answer to this. You said Hormuz war, we had issues of oil, but what we did? We diversified our suppliers. We looked for opportunity, other suppliers. Similarly, tourism. Why should we go for tourism? Earlier, she was telling about migration. You see the pattern in migration. Earlier, we used to go to Gulf. Then it changed into Canada and USA. Now, nobody is not interested. People are not interested to go to Canada. People move to Scandinavian, Germany, Finland, Switzerland. Migration. So when a problem comes, we have the ability to diversify. And I think this will happen. If you see the history says that. When a struggle or when a hindrance comes, people have the ability to diversify, especially us. I'll bring my experience. I still remember when my father, he was also a diaspora. I mean, he worked in Iraq during Saddam Hussein time, 84, 85, 86. He used to tell great things about Iraq. But what is the situation right now? That is the time, 80s. Another country, Libya. I have gone personally during my merchant navy career to Libya. I still remember during my childhood days, people wanted to go to Libya because it was like, I mean, you go one Libyan something is, you used to get a huge amount of money here. The period, Libya is, nobody's going to Libya. Nobody's going to Iraq. But still we migrate. Now as she tell, people are migrating more. What is the reason? It's diversification. Opportunities will come. We have to be optimistic. Definitely opportunities will come. See, for a long time, Japan was not a destination for us. Now Japan is a destination for us. So that's how. Of course, war happened. Ukraine war, we never expected. Geopolitical issues in Middle East, we never expected. But we came out of that. We had initial some kind of issue, but now we are okay. Why? Government had the idea to diversify. Government make sure that we get oil from different suppliers. So in this globalized world, only in this globalized world you will have the idea to, or you will have the opportunity to diversify. If it's not in a globalized world, how will you diversify? If we were only trading with one particular country and had some geopolitical issue and there was no connection with one country, what will we do? So that's what we are doing. As diplomats, we are diversifying. We have missions all across the world. There has been high-level visits at all levels, starting from PM to all the levels. Why we travel? We build relationships. We create more relations. If you see the last 10 years, there has been so many visits. These visits bring goodwill to and fro. I'm talking from my point of view and as from my experience. There has been too much travel. All these travel create good trust. All these travels create good relationship. So bonding. You have an issue in Saudi, you have good relationship. See, all over the world, we can't have everywhere friends, right? As an individual, I also doesn't have friends everywhere. There will be good people, there will be very, very good people, there will be bad people. So that can happen only a globalized world. Only globalized world, you have these 3 T's, trade, technology, and tourism. So only in this globalized world, you have the opportunity to diversify. That's my point. That's it.
Is a country attained many developments in these 3 fronts in the last 15-20 years. Everybody knows it. As BSNL tagline says, connecting India.
Connecting.
It is well connected. But at the same time, I think that our problem is that we have less competency in all these fronts. Think about our trade. You know, we have so many comparative advantages in trade, which other countries don't have. But we don't have a dominance in the world. And that's why, you know, superpowers, so-called superpowers can, challenge India in many fronts, tariffs and all. And again, when we take tech innovations, we have Fortune 500 companies, and still we are the #1 software exporter in the world. But comparing to OpenAI or Anthropic, now we are shivering in front of, global tech innovations. Again, lack of dominance. And in tourism, we have nature's bounty. But comparing to, so many other countries, including our people said, Bali or even with Colombo, why can't we compete? Even if we don't have a lot of advantages, we are unable to utilize it. So how to get this competency and how to challenge other countries, show our dominance or a monopoly kind of attitude in front of developed countries. Is there any shortcut or is there any? Thank you.
That's a very good question. I hope you might have listened to my entire this one. I finally said, before concluding my session, I said, there is a challenge for us, how we thread this properly. I said, that is a challenge that we are facing. That is a challenge. So to overcome that challenge, I said, we should have an economy where we all, integrated economy, where we all, including government, I said government bring favorable policies, business create job, people bring talent, all these things should go hand in hand. So that is a challenge. I'm not denying that. Country like India, we still, with 145 crore plus, we have still basic issues to be solved. That is a fact. There are many people that our priorities are different. I always believe that sometimes these are the things, but our priorities are different and we are doing better in that. See, last 10 years, 15 years, how many people have come up about poverty? See, we always think, I'm not saying that your target is good. You are looking into a developed world. You are always trying to be in with the development. Of course, we have to compare with us development and bring. But at the same time, we have a big people along with us to take care of. I always believe that. And I think government is doing an excellent job. Bringing people, see, in Kerala we go to see, electricity is now, we can't. അരമണിക്കൂർ കറണ്ട് പോയാൽ നമ്മൾ അപ്പം KCB വിളിച്ച് ചീത്ത പറയും ഇല്ലേ? ഈ അതുപോലെ അരമണിക്കൂർ കറണ്ട് കിട്ടില്ലാതെ പോകുന്നവർക്ക് നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിലെല്ലാവർക്കും ഇൻവെർട്ടർ ഉണ്ടാവും. നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ പലതും പല രീതിയിലാണ്. അതേസമയം ചില സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി ഈസ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് എ there it goes. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഒരേ ഏതാണ് സർ? See, that is a point. Water is a luxury. Delhi air is a luxury. See, that's what I'm telling. See, India is a very huge country, diverse country. People's needs are different. Regions' needs are different. So, നമ്മുടെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ചലഞ്ച് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഈ പൊതിഞ്ഞ് കെട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടുപോകുക എന്ന് പറയില്ലേ, ആ ഒരു ചലഞ്ച് ഉണ്ട്. ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി ദർ. അത് എത്രത്തോളം കഴിയുന്നതോ ചെയ്യുന്നതോ. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഏറ്റക്കുറച്ചിലുകൾ ഉണ്ടാകാം ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി. ഇപ്പോൾ IT സെക്ടറിൽ നമ്മൾ നല്ലോണം മുന്നേറി. എനിക്ക് ഉറപ്പുണ്ട് നാളെയോ മറ്റന്നാളോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മേ ബി 10 years down the line എന്തുകൊണ്ട് IT സെക്ടർ നമുക്ക് AI ദർ ഗോസ് ദ ആൻസർ ഫോർ ഹെർ ഓൾസോ. നമ്മുടെ ഈ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ സിസ്റ്റം മാറിയതുപോലെ IT സെക്ടർ, ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ 2005-09 പാസ് ഔട്ടാണ് എൻജിനീയറിങ്. അന്ന് CS എന്നൊക്കെ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ സയൻസ് എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജോബ് ഇസ് 100%. 2009-2010. Unfortunately, 2009 we had the economic crisis. But അന്ന് ഇത് ഉറപ്പാണ്. അപ്പോൾ 2002 അങ്ങനെ ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. ഈ 2000 മുതൽ 2005 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു ചെറിയ ഗ്യാപ്പാണ്, 5 വർഷമാണ്. അതിനുള്ളിൽ 2005 ആയപ്പോഴേക്ക് CS ഒരു പ്രോമിനൻ്റ് സ്ട്രീമായി. അവിടെ നിന്ന് പഠിച്ചിറങ്ങുന്നവർക്ക് ജോലി കിട്ടുന്ന ഒരവസ്ഥ വന്നു. 5 വർഷം കൊണ്ട് എന്തും മാറാം, കംപ്ലീറ്റ് മാറി. ഇനിയുള്ള 5 വർഷം കൊണ്ട് എന്തും മാറാം. അതിൽ ഒരു ഇനീഷ്യൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് തുടങ്ങിയാൽ മതി. ഐ തിങ്ക് വി ആർ ഇൻ പ്രോപ്പർ ഡയറക്ഷൻ. പിന്നെ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ ചലഞ്ചസ് വിൽ ബി ഓൾവേസ്. ഈ ചലഞ്ചസിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ മുന്നേറും എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മുടെ വിജയത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രധാന, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഘടകം അതായിരിക്കും. ഈ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ഇനിയിപ്പം AI ഇപ്പം തന്നെ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു മിക്കയിടത്തും AI സെക്ടർ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന കമ്പനീസ് വിൽ കം. ദേ നീഡ് പീപ്പിൾ. വി ഹാവ് എ ഗ്രേറ്റ് ഡെമോഗ്രാഫിക് ഡിവിഡൻഡ്, സംതിങ് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ദർ ഫോർ എനി അതർ കൺട്രി ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ്. Japan illa, they don't have, their population is going down. People are going from here. ഇത് ഈ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ഇതെല്ലാം ഓടിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുപോകണമെങ്കിൽ ഹ്യൂമൻ റിസോഴ്സ്. എവറിബഡി സേസ് ദാറ്റ് AI ക്യാൻ ഡു എവറി ജോബ്. എന്നോട് ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ യെസ്, AI ക്യാൻ മേക്ക് ഫാസ്റ്റർ ജോബ്സ്, മേക്ക് ജോബ്സ് ഫാസ്റ്റർ. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, എനിക്കൊരു വിഷയത്തിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഞാനിന്ന് ഉച്ചക്കാരോട് സംസാരിച്ചോളൂ, എനിക്കൊരു വിഷയത്തിനെക്കുറിച്ച് അറിഞ്ഞാൽ മാത്രമേ എനിക്ക് AI-നോട് അതിനെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള പ്രോംപ്റ്റ് ചോദിക്കാൻ പറ്റൂ, അല്ലേ? ഹീസ് അഡ്മിറൽ. ഇപ്പോൾ കോസ്റ്റ് ഗാർഡ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ ChatGPT ചോദിച്ചാൽ അതൊരു ഉത്തരം തരും. അതിനൊരു റെസ്പോൺസ് കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ കുറച്ചും കൂടെ നോളേജ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് അതിൽ നിന്ന് പിന്നെയും കിട്ടുകയുള്ളൂ. ഒരു സാധാരണ തേർഡ് പാർട്ടി ഒന്നും അറിയാൻ പാടാത്തവന് കോസ്റ്റ് ഗാർഡിനെ കുറിച്ച് ചോദിച്ചാൽ ആദ്യം കുറേ ഐഡിയാസ് കിട്ടും പഠിക്കാനായിട്ട്. അത് പഠിക്കാതെ അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഇൻഡെപ്ത് നോളേജ് ഇല്ലാതെ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ കിട്ടുമോ എന്നുള്ളത് എനിക്കൊരു ഇപ്പോഴും സംശയമാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ എനിക്കറിയാവുന്ന ഞാനൊരു സബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ കുറിച്ച് ചോദിക്കും, പഠിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ആ സബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ കുറിച്ച് എനിക്ക് അറിയാം, അപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടത് ഇങ്ങനെയാണ്, ഞാൻ ഇന്ന രീതിയിൽ എനിക്കിത് തരണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മാത്രമേ ആ സാധനം എനിക്കിത് തരുള്ളൂ. സോ അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ആളുകൾ വേണ്ടി വരും. ഡ്രാഫ്റ്റിംഗ്, നോട്ടിങ് ഇതെല്ലാം എളുപ്പമാവും. സോ ഐ തിങ്ക് തിങ്സ് വിൽ ചേഞ്ച്. CS വന്നതുപോലെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടേഴ്സ് വന്നതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ അഡാപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തതുപോലെ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി വി വിൽ ഓൾസോ അഡാപ്റ്റ്. ആ ഒരു പോസിറ്റീവ് ആൻഡ് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിസ്റ്റിക് മെൻറ്റാലിറ്റി നമുക്ക് വേണം. പിന്നെ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ചലഞ്ചസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഒരിക്കലും നമുക്ക് ഒരു സെക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് സൊസൈറ്റീനെ മാറ്റി നിർത്തിയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് മുന്നേറാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടേതായ ലെഗസി ഇഷ്യൂസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. വി വർ അണ്ടർ എ കൊളോണിയൽ റൂൾ വിച്ച് കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ടുക്ക് അവർ എൻറ്റയർ സ്റ്റാഫ് റിസോഴ്സസ്. വി കെയിം ബാക്ക് സ്ട്രോങ്ലി. Now our target is 2047 to be a big developed country. Vishwaguru. Of course, we need targets. Otherwise, how we will proceed? അതിൽ ഈ ഏറ്റക്കുറച്ചുകൾ ഉണ്ടാവും, ഇഷ്യൂസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഒരു നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ, കാരണം ഞാനത് ഈവൻ ഞാനൊരു 87 ബോൺ കിഡാണ്. എനിക്കറിയാം പവർ കട്ട് എന്താണെന്നുള്ളതും ഇതൊക്കെ ഉള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ ഈ കുട്ടികളോട് ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എത്ര പേർക്ക് അറിയാൻ പറ്റും? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിനെക്കാട്ടും കൂടുതൽ അറിയാം. നിങ്ങൾ യുദ്ധസമയത്ത് അതേ മീൻ 71 വാസിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ സമയത്ത് ബേസിക് നെസസിറ്റീസ് പോലുള്ള സാധനങ്ങൾ കിട്ടാത്തുള്ള ഒരവസ്ഥയിൽ ജനിച്ചവർ ഇവിടെയുള്ളവർ മിക്കവരും ഉണ്ടാവും. ആ ഒരവസ്ഥ ഞാൻ കടന്നു പോയിട്ടില്ല. ഞാൻ കടന്നു പോയത് പവർ കട്ടും ഇതൊക്കെയാണ്. കണക്ടിവിറ്റി, ഫോൺ പണ്ട് സാധാരണ, ഇന്ന് അവർക്ക് അരമണിക്കൂർ 15 മിനിറ്റ് നെറ്റില്ലെങ്കിലുള്ളൊരവസ്ഥ ഒന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിയേ, അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എവിടെ തുടങ്ങി? മിക്കുള്ളിടത്തും വിപ്ലവം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇന്നിപ്പോൾ ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് ജസ്റ്റ് ലൈക്ക് ഫണ്ടമെൻ്റൽ റൈറ്റ് വയലേഷനാണ്, ഇല്ലേ? അതെ, ഫണ്ടമെൻ്റൽ റൈറ്റ് വയലേഷനാണ്. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ എവിടം വരെ എത്തി? പ്രോഗ്രസ് ഇസ്. പക്ഷേ അറ്റ് സെയിം ടൈം വി ഹാവ് ഇഷ്യൂസ്. ഒരു സൈഡ് ഇമ്പ്രൂവ്. നമ്മൾ 70-കളിലും 80-കളിലും കേരള കമ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് ഇന്നത്തെ കേരളം എവിടെ എത്തി? വേർ വി ചെക്ക് ഇൻ ടു അതർ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് ഓൾസോ. എല്ലാ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിനും പ്രോഗ്രസ് ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ലെഗസി ഇഷ്യൂസ് ഉണ്ട്, നമ്മുടേതായ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ട്, അതുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ വി കാൺട്ട് ലീവ് അവർ പീപ്പിൾ ബിഹൈൻഡ്. വി ഹാവ് ടു ടേക്ക് ദം ടുഗദർ. അല്ലാതെ ഒരു സെക്ഷനെ മാറ്റി നിർത്തി നമ്മൾ ഇതിൽ ഹൗ വിൽ വി സേ ദാറ്റ് വി ആർ എ ഡെവലപ്ഡ് കൺട്രി? നോ. വെൻ വി സേ എ ഡെവലപ്ഡ് കൺട്രി വി ഷുഡ് ബി ഏബിൾ ടു സേ ദാറ്റ് അവർ പീപ്പിൾ ആർ എൻജോയിങ് ദ ഫ്രൂട്ട്സ് ഓഫ് ദാറ്റ്. അത് ഈച്ച് 145 crore എത്രയാണോ അതിലെല്ലാവർക്കും അത് കിട്ടണം. അന്നേരം ഡെവലപ്ഡ് കൺട്രി എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. So this will be that is a challenge, and I think it will proceed like that. We shall overcome.
That is a good ending by saying that we shall overcome. That's a good song, the old song, we shall overcome. Thank you, it was fantastic. I think one more last question.
I'll just make it quick. My name is Hemi Sebastian. I am a banker turned entrepreneur. See, I've seen that it's been SMEs and startup promoters who wish to connect with that globally for exports. Now, currently you're saying that lots of consultancies that depend on. It's a huge exorbitant charge for consultancy. So I know there's an established system in government. Now we have just briefed upon. What would be your advice for that promoters we want to connect with for exporting the products to give the guidance?
I mean, basically you are asking how could an exporter here connect with the buyers over there? Okay. Sir, first of all, every mission where we serve, we have a dedicated economic officer. So I think we were discussing during the meeting, right? Always try to reach out to the embassies first. If you take India in Sri Lanka, India in Saudi Arabia, everywhere, right side, there will be, along with the ambassadors, the economic trade representative details will be there. So the purpose, as I said, economic trade is one of our core fundamental foreign policy right now. So we have a dedicated economic officer whose job is this. So you write to them, you reach out to them, they are there to help you. But I find it, I think that people are not aware because of this thing. They reach out to missions when they have issues only. But I think there are so many, like when as I said, we arrange buyer seller meets. I myself will say, I find it difficult when I was in Hambantota to arrange this Chamber of Commerce meetings. I was not able to find anybody from here. I tried a lot. Chamber of Commerce in Hambantota, Chamber of Commerce in that region were very interested to have trade relationship with Tamil Nadu and Kerala. I tried my best. I couldn't find any Chamber of Commerce. So Chamber of Commerce is something that you have FICCI, you have other institutes, but there will be local Chamber of Kerala also, like Chamber of Commerce. Every country will be having a Chamber of Commerce. So that's what we were telling. So I always say that you could reach out to missions or the trade representatives at any point of time. There is we will always have a section. There will be an IFS officer. Then below that there will be other officers who look into. We always respond. Promoting trade is one of our main pillars.
Now this is what sir was saying, that you can write to the ministry, their mission in the particular, it's all in the website. You can connect with them, and it's a great initiative by the Ministry of External Affairs now that you can connect, and they will guide you. They are there to help you. That's a very big change. So I think, thank you. It has been very lively. And sir, it's very nice. I think the 3 T's we will always remember, and also the 4th T. But very, very interesting. I think connectivity is the thing. I just thought you came from Hambantota port. Here, Hambantota connects the world actually with China there sitting, and Colombo, much more trade than all over us. Really very valuable. Connecting is the most important thing. Over to you, please.
Thank you to all the participants for your questions, and sincere thanks to our speaker for the sharing his value, thoughts, and responding to them so generously.
May I now invite our president to hand over a token of appreciation to chief guest.
Tourism industry, right person to hand over.
As we come towards the conclusion of this insightful evening, it is the time to express our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this program a success. May I now invite Ms. Lega Balachandran, Honorary Secretary, KMA, to deliver the vote of thanks. Ma'am, may I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. KMA rarely gets a chance to interact with an IFS person. So today we had a very lively talk by Mr. Dipin IFS, and he emphasized on the connectivity among all the T's, especially trade, tourism, and technology, so that India can be one of the next level country which we can proudly present to the world. When we were discussing before the meeting, we came to know that there are 10 passport offices under him. So we can imagine how busy he is. Still, he accepted our invitation to interact with you all, and patiently answered all the questions, and very clearly too. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And as usual, our president and the program chair is bringing excellently good speakers to KMA to deliver for the members, good speeches for the members. Thank you, President and Program Chair, for that. And of course, for the beautiful interactive session, I would say. It was a very, very successful interactive session. Thank you all for such a beautiful interactive session. And the coming week, we are celebrating Onam. So think about connectivity, connecting with your family, connecting with your friends, and enjoy holidays. Have a great week, coming week. Thank you.